All 56 states and territories finally have BEAD initial proposal approval. 6 new digital equity grants announced by the NTIA, a pair of Midwestern fiber providers set to merge, and the Department of Defense releases requirements for private 5G networks on military installations. Those stories and more on This Week in the Broadband Universe. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Craig Corbin. Texas has received NTIA approval for its broadband equity access and deployment initial proposal, which means each and every state, territory, and the District of Columbia now have the initial green light. The National Telecommunications and Information Association also published an up-to-date BEAD progress dashboard. In other related news, Connect LA, the state broadband office of Louisiana, announced first-round BEAD award winners, becoming the first state to reach that mark. Louisiana received a BEAD allocation of more than $1.3 billion. 6 new digital equity capacity grant applications have been approved by the NTIA. Puerto Rico will receive more than $9.8 million, Delaware $4.8 million, Oklahoma $11.2 million, Louisiana $12.7 million, Missouri $14.2 million, and Tennessee $15.8 million. Awards were previously announced for 13 other states, part of the $800 million first round of the Digital Equity Capacity Grant Program. As is tradition, Federal Communications Commission Chair Jessica Rosenworcel will step down when the incoming administration takes office January 20th. Chairwoman Rosenworcel had been named acting FCC chair when President Joe Biden took office in January of 2021, but was not approved until 11 months later. She offered congratulations to FCC Commissioner and nominee to become chair, Brendan Carr. In other news from the FCC's November meeting, adoption of a notice of proposed rulemaking on streamlining regulations designed to ensure efficient deployment of submarine cables. The Commission hasn't conducted a comprehensive review of submarine cable regulations since 2001. Included how security and protection of submarine cable infrastructure can be improved. A notable merger announced this week of 2 Midwestern fiber-based service providers, Lit Fiber and Omni Fiber, both majority-owned by Oak Hill Capital. Lit Fiber, building a network in Brownsville, Texas, and also serves Medina, Ohio, with expansion into surrounding communities. System integrations, providing subscribers data speeds of up to 10 gigabits per second, should be completed early in 2025. The U.S. Department of Defense has outlined requirements for private 5G at military installations, which will balance mission and costs, prioritize cybersecurity and supply chain risk management, maximizing interoperability while strengthening the U.S. industrial base. With those requirements, U.S. military operations will look to accelerate acquisition, development, and secure deployment of private 5G networks when needed to supplement commercial networks. 2 more fantastic profiles by Doug Adams of state broadband directors now available on the broadband community at broadband.io. Doug provides wonderful insight on the work being done in Louisiana by Vineeth Iyengar and Illinois by Devon Braunstein. Be sure to check out those profiles at broadband.io. Comcast, indeed, spinning off its cable television networks, including MSNBC, USA Network, CNBC, Oxygen, E!, Sci-Fi, and Golf Channel, along with complementary digital assets, including Fandango and Rotten Tomatoes. The new spin-off company will be called SpinCo. Completion is expected to take up to a year. Wall Street Journal first broke news of the planned spin-off. Networks targeted in the spinoff generated roughly $7 billion in revenue over the last fiscal year. The company's NBC Universal division will hold on to Bravo, the NBC Broadcast Network, Telemundo, Peacock, NBC Sports, and the Universal theme parks. The second straight quarter of profitability for Disney from streaming. It's outpacing earnings from its film division and conventional television. The company predicts more than $1 billion in operating earnings from streaming during the coming fiscal year. In other news, Warner Brothers Discovery has settled all legal disputes with the NBA. The agreement will retain some NBA content, production partnerships, and licensing deals. A separate arrangement with ESPN will have TNT Sports continue production of their iconic studio show Inside the NBA. It features Ernie Johnson, Charles Barkley, Shaq, and Kenny Smith. The show will be distributed on ESPN and ABC beginning with the 2025-2026 NBA regular season and playoffs. Sadly, the deal also officially ends Turner Sports' 40-year relationship with the NBA as a home to live games in the U.S. after this season. Well, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on This Week in the Broadband Universe.